What's going up, everybody? It's Chini the Great, back for Inktober Day 11. Man, I can't believe I've done this many videos in a row. I'm pretty much like mass-producing YouTube videos at this point. But anyways, this prompt was the word cruel, and of course going with like the political and social satire kind of stuff that I've been doing for this entire challenge. Cruel was a pretty easy one to pick. I was like, oh, well, Donald Trump. Let's do something with him. So this is another Trump one. As you recall, maybe if you haven't seen it, the first prompt was poisonous, and I did a Donald Trump cartoon. So this is another one. And in this one, it is pretty much Donald Trump wearing his dumbass hat, and he's like sitting in a chair. I try to make it look kind of nice, like as if it symbolized the throne. And he's got a little rug underneath the chair so the chair doesn't get dirty, and he's watching some construction workers build his infamous wall. And then on the other side you have the people that the wall is supposed to keep out, with signs that pretty much just say, we work hard, we need homes. Like, they're just normal people, right, that, you know, want the same thing out of this country that everyone that was born here wants. And the construction workers don't look too happy either. They're just kind of chilling, trying to build this wall. And then I did draw this like simple, like it's just a little tiny wall. Obviously, like if you're thinking logically, the people could just walk around it, but the point is just what it represents. But in addition to this, I've written a quote at the top that I'm inking right now that says, "Nobody builds walls better than me," which is an actual quote from Donald Trump, which is kind of fucking ridiculous. And as you can tell, he's not building the wall. He's the one sitting in the chair. So it just totally represents, like, he thinks he's so high and mighty and that he's doing all this stuff supposedly for America, and really he's not doing shit except for sitting there running his mouth while other people suffer the consequences of his actions. But luckily there's still no wall, and I hope that there will never be a wall, because fuck that. This is what makes America beautiful, is that there's so many different types of people here, and that we're a melting pot for so many different cultures and lifestyles. And that's what makes us beautiful, and that's what makes America great. America's already great. We don't need some dipshit trying to reverse us back 50 years into segregation and stupid shit like that. But I could go on and on about that, so I'm not going to. But I definitely had fun inking this. This is one of the ones that I thought a little bit more about, and I put a little bit more effort into it. The last few illustrations have been really simple and not, I don't know, like, they're cool and like I put thought into it, but I just kept the style really simple, or I just didn't draw that much. But this one's a double page spread, and I actually really tried to make it look nice. Like, it's still my style. Those construction workers are still really simple characters. The people on the other side of the wall, still really simple shapes and simple people. But I just wanted to develop this a little bit more and make like a full scene out of this. And I have a couple later on this month that are also going to be kind of more developed, I guess you could say. So I'm really excited for those, and I had a lot of fun making this, even though it represents something that makes me completely sick to my stomach. But I think it came out alright, and I think I'm getting better at drawing really unflattering pictures of Donald Trump. His weird eyes are always what gets me. They're just like little sacks of flesh. They're not even eyeballs. But anyways, yeah, I wonder what other people have done for this prompt. If you want to see all of my illustrations for the full month of October, then go check out my Instagram at CTG Graffiti. That's just my username, Chini the Great, but only the initials and the word graffiti after it. CTG Graffiti. It's at the end of the video and in the description below. And yeah, I hope you check out all the other videos if you haven't already. And check out any pictures or any drawings that you missed over there on Instagram. It's been crazy seeing everyone, all the challenges they've done, and all the prompts that other people have done on social media, like YouTube, Instagram, other places. It's interesting how one prompt, you can give a world one prompt and everyone in the world has something completely different that they're going to draw in a completely different style in different mediums. Even though they're all using ink, it's like different types, and it's just cool to see like how creative every single person is and how different every single person is. And again, that's what makes us beautiful, so we should embrace the differences and not try to build fucking walls in between us. Like, who looks at another person who's different than them in any way and says, oh, because you're different than me, I'm gonna build a wall right here in between the two of us so that you can't get over to me? Like, who says that? That's so stupid. Okay, alright, I could go on and on, but I'm not going to. So after I draw the main objects, like all the people, the wall, and everything, I go back in with a thinner fine liner and add some sketchy details. I've really been enjoying this kind of hatching style shading. It's like simple, but it just looks cool to me. It looks like really illustrative, and I don't know. If I'm looking back at like political cartoons and newspapers and stuff, they all have this kind of like either cross hatching or just hatching or that kind of shading. It's not like full gradients like you would see in digital work or anything. It's like all like pen work, and I've always loved that. Like I mentioned in the very first video for Inktober that I always like aspired to do political cartoons and stuff, and one of the things I love about that is just the shading and just the like simple black and white style. And so I had a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun all month practicing that, so I think as time goes on, I'm getting better and better at like developing my own style of cartoons, but I definitely enjoyed this one, so let me know what you think. And yeah, of course there's probably some stuff I could do differently if I wasn't doing 31 illustrations in a row, but I had fun with this one, and fuck Donald Trump. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you're doing Inktober, then hit me up on Instagram and I'll check out your stuff. See you in the next video.